We all know that NBA 2K26 has a cheating problem. The Cronus Zen is ruining the competitive integrity of the game on PS5 and Xbox Series X. But what if I told you that banning accounts is actually the wrong way to fix it? Every time 2K does a ban wave, cheaters just make a new account, buy a new key, and are back in the wreck within an hour. It's a game of whack-a-mole that the developers are losing at. I need you guys to understand something. If a user is being told to create a new account because you're not going to get your old account back, where is the actual fix? We've been through many of times where people have posted themselves with Zens, with Titans, actually plugging them into their systems, actually going to their mod courts and showcasing the actual product itself. It's literally selling itself. I need you to understand something. What is the selling point to the Zen? What is the selling point to the Titan? If you guys understand it, it only takes one person to showcase a way to win easy games. And I guarantee you the floodgates will always open. No matter what that item, hardware, software may be, people will always find a way to cheat. Now, recently, I got a tweet from somebody named Sebastian that came up with a solution to the Zen and Titan issue at hand. Now, I need you guys to understand something before we actually break this down. This is where we are with gaming. This is what we have to actually come up with in our minds in order to help the overall community. Now, what I'm going to say is Sebastian is not batshit crazy. He's actually onto something as I break this down. But what I do want to say to you guys is please don't laugh in the comment section. Just, go tweet him and give him your thoughts. Let's break it down. So in this tweet, it suggests shifting from detection to analysis. Here's the technical breakdown of what 2K can actually do right now. The human thumb is actually imperfect if you think about it. Even the best 2K League pros have micro variations in their shot timing. Maybe they hold the square button for, let's say, 500 milliseconds one time, and maybe 502 milliseconds the next. That tiny difference is called input entropy. Now, I know I'm using huge words right now. This is how things have to go sometimes, because you have to understand the devs are going to watch this video. So it's not just about the consumer. This video is to help all consumers that don't like cheaters, but this is actually to talk to the devs so that they know what they have to do, what they have to attack, what they have to write on their whiteboard at any moment. This is what we're talking about. Back to it. So a Cronus Zen script doesn't have entropy. It inputs the exact same timing down to the millisecond every single time. That's a 0 millisecond variance. The solution isn't to scan the USB port or none of that, because Sony blocks that. It's to scan the actual gameplay data. Now, let me tell you something. To all the gamers out there, no matter what game you play, this just isn't about 2K. If somebody's using a Cronus or a Titan, this is something that Sony or Microsoft will have to say, we no longer want that. But let's be honest, if it doesn't mess with their bottom line, you've already brought their console, or since you brought that Zen or Titan, you're going to buy their console anyway, they already got you in their loop. So it's really not their issue. But what we tend to do as gamers is we attack the game because we scream, there's no anti-cheat, there's no solution. How do we stop the cheaters? Yes, that's something for the development team to come up with, but let's really think about it. They're making a brand new game months after releasing one. Do they go out and hire a brand new team just to focus on that, on a game that will be obsolete in 1 year? 7 months? Let's get back to it. So think about it like this. Once 2K detects that you have 0 variance in your shooting, which is humanly impossible. Instead of banning you, they implement what the community would basically call a shadow nerf. Imagine a cheater logging onto the game, loading up their script, but suddenly nothing works. Their green window shrieks by 90%, their RNG is actually tweaked so they miss slightly more often. They don't know why it's happening, so they think that their script is actually broken. So they waste hours tweaking settings, not realizing the game itself has flagged them as a non-human player. Now I know what the biggest question will be. Can 2K actually do this? The technology actually already exists. Games like Call of Duty and Valorant already use heuristic analysis to flag impossible movements. Sony has updated the PS5 system software to block unauthorized controllers, but the Zen spoofs that. That is why server-side analysis of player stats is the only way. 2K has the data. They know who hits 100% of their shots with 0 milliseconds variation in a 50 game stretch. It's statistically impossible to do that. So they already know who's doing it. So the question isn't can they fix it, it's will they? Would you prefer 2K ban these players or shadow nerf them into quitting? Let me know inside the comments. And if you want to see the best builds to use without a Zen, click this video right here. Also, before I get out of here, I just want to let you guys know 2K26 on PC does have EAC. That's easy anti-cheat. PC already has that. They're already working with that on the PC side. But us console users out there, yes, we got the low end of the stick because Zens and Titans are spoofing that they are actually plugged into these consoles and people are running rampant with them. I've even been hearing that in order to get scripts or update scripts or whatever the case may be, you need to have certain memberships with certain people that build these scripts. Some players are paying up to $250 a month just to get a win in a wreck, just to get a win in the park. Now, I will say, if you are a wager player, I could understand, you know, the investment. But if you just out here spending bread like that every month just to get a W, you sir ass. And listen, I'm not gonna lie. If you felt the way and me calling you ass, guess what? You use a Zen.
King Carter.